Who? Like the special what? Here?
Shark something
Oh yeah,
in
we have the
Iceland?
rotten shark.
Rotten
That
shark.
you eat. Yeah.
Yes.
I actually love it. It's really good.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it?
It's good for your stomach too.
Oh wow. I can
But
imagine
most people
because it
don't like
sounds
it. Yeah, it sounds
just the
disgusting.
sound is like
Yeah, it smells like piss too.
¿Ya? Hola amigos Rockaxis, acá nos encontramos con Keilio, una banda islandesa de blues rock que debuta acá en Lollapalooza, Chile. Estamos con JJ. Hi JJ, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, good. Well, I would like to ask you a few questions about the story of your band. Starting with why did you become interested on blues music?
I think I've always been kind of a music fan. I started out playing piano when I was very young, and a few years later, I taught myself to play guitar and started writing songs and sing. But I think kind of the first interest maybe came from my father and the stuff that he kind of listened to when he was growing up, which was stuff like the Beatles and that kind of classic rock music. And I was very interested in that, and I think I kind of went further and started listening to older blues music, and got more inspired. But yeah, blues has always kind of been one of my inspirations.
What kind of bands were your favorite growing up?
I think I had so many favorites. Ray Charles was one of my first favorites. The Beatles, like I said, and then it just I tried to. When I was younger, I just tried to listen to everything I could, and everything that I liked, I just really tried to listen a lot and kind of explore what was special about the music and so on.
Your band became very famous very quickly in Iceland. How much did your life change after, I don't know, being unknown to being completely famous in Iceland and getting your songs played on radio?
Yeah, I think it changed really quickly. In Iceland, Iceland's a very small market, but it also changed quickly because then we got signed to America and moved there. So, the last 3 or 4 years have just been really, really an adventure, a pretty crazy ride. So yeah.
Tell me about moving to the United States. What is it that you miss the most from Iceland, and what is it that you like the most about being in the United States, besides being in the center of the industry, of course?
Well, yeah. The U.S. is a great place to record and perform music, and that was something that I always wanted to do. It was kind of a dream. So obviously, I miss back home, family and friends, and things like the food and the nature and stuff. But I'm very much liking living in the U.S. At the moment, and for the last year or two, we've actually just been on the road like 300 something days a year. So you don't really live anywhere. You're constantly traveling. Like now we're in South America. We tour Europe many times a year, Australia, and then I think we played 49 states in the first 2 years living in the U.S. So we've really been traveling a lot and touring a lot. But like I said, the U.S. is a great place to record and perform music. So.
Here in Chile, and I guess that in the world in general, there are three big bands or names that are known from Iceland: Björk, Sigur Rós, and of Monsters of Men. Are they referenced to you in any manner?
Surprisingly, no, actually. Even I think Sigurds are even from the same hometown as we are. I don't think a lot of people maybe think about Iceland too much when they think about Kaleo and my music. I think it's just a lot of people talk about it sounding American or something else. So I guess people maybe don't focus on that. But obviously, some great bands that have broken out of Iceland. Actually, the scene in Iceland right now is very interesting too because we have a great deal of good bands coming out from Iceland. And some big festivals that are also growing back there. So it's an interesting time to be from Iceland.
You've been touring a lot, but are you starting to work on a new album soon?
Yeah, actually, this year, hopefully a little less time on the road and a little more time in the studio. We've kind of at the beginning stages now, and been going between Nashville and LA and other places doing a little bit of recording. So hopefully not 300 something days a year on tour, and maybe a little more time in the studio, because what I have been doing for the last few years is kind of being on tour, and then you have an off day, you try to jump into the studio wherever you are, and that's kind of been a little bit difficult. So I'm hoping that, like I said, have a little more downtime just to focus on the studio.
Thank you a lot for your time, JJ, and hope you have a great show and that you enjoy being here in Chile also.
Thank you so much. Just very excited to be here. Hope to come back soon.
Ese fue JJ de Calio para Rockaxis.